We live in an ever-changing world. And while in this ever-changing world, we also live in a increasingly dangerous world, extremely violent. Unfortunately, it is the reality of where we are, and it's not going to get any better. So, in this video, I'm basically encouraging you to make sure, and admonishing at the same time, just make very certain that you are aware of where you are and where we are. Anything can happen to any one of us at any given time. Someone every few seconds is being molested, they're being robbed, assaulted, they are being broken into as far as their homes are concerned. Someone is doing something that is unsavory and against the law to another unsuspecting individual. So it behooves us as people to make very certain that we do certain necessary things. Make sure, for example, that you always know where your children are, especially when you have underage children and small children. Make sure that if your children are staying the night over a relative's home or a friend's, you make it known to them, that adult that is, in no uncertain terms, that if you plan on going anywhere other than what you've already stated, let me know. Give me the phone number to where you are, where you shall be, and so forth. Make sure that you maintain that line of communication. And if your child is of an age that is mature enough for you, give your child a cell phone while they're away from you. Not just to play the video games, but teach them to be responsible. And another thing, make sure that when you're traveling, even if it's as simple as just going a few blocks to the grocery store, convenience store, make sure you lock your doors, even while you're in the vehicle. You never know what people will do, because it happens every single day where someone is being assaulted and they're being mugged, they're being robbed on some level. When you're at home, I would encourage you to invest in an alarm system and even a camera system. If you can't afford both in the beginning, get one at first. Start with the alarm system. They're relatively cheap online on Amazon or eBay, and get a camera system as well. Take the time to put it up and take some stock in your family's lives in future. Make sure that you lock your doors at your home as well. Make sure that your home is secured with decent deadbolt locks, not flimsy locks that's easy for any trained criminal or thief to break in. Make sure, if you have to, put bars across your windows to stop a would-be thief from raising the window up, especially if it's on a landing or if it's on ground level. Make sure that you do that. Make sure that you even post signs that make the statement that your property or your premises is being monitored by cameras and or alarm. There are even mock signs. If you don't have everything set up yet, there are mock signs that you can put up to let people know that you are there, or that you have that protection, I should say. Make sure also, and here's the tricky thing, make sure that you invest some time and learn to protect yourself and your family. A self-defense class would be advisable. You don't have to take karate for the next 20 years and become a karate master, but there are some classes that you can go to, and you can learn some of the fundamentals about the human body and certain common situations where a person, if they were to assault you, grab you, or attack you in the street, you would know fundamentally what to do. Make sure that you possibly even invest in some form of mace or tear gas spray. There's some good ones out there. Saber is a brand, a name brand, which is popular too. It's very potent, for one. Another thing you might want to consider, if you are an adult, of course, gun training, getting a concealed carry, and getting a weapon if you don't have a concealed carry for your home. Check the laws of your state and see if it is an open carry state. So If you don't have a felony, according to our laws or legal system, if you don't have a felony, you can own a gun, but you must be responsible with that gun or those weapons. They must be in a locked box and or container, especially when there's other people in the home that are underage, and you know that there's propensity for them to possibly go rambling in the house or through the house. Lock those weapons away. Get you some legitimate gun training from a professional. Okay, this is just a few things that I'm encouraging you to do, and that you can do. It's within your means to do. You just have to be willing to do it. And willing is not enough. You simply must act. Because how do you know that that next potential victim, or that person that's going to be mugged, robbed, raped, or even pillaged for that matter, is not going to be you? You don't know, and I don't know. When I was working at one of my friend's store about 8 years ago, an individual came in with a gun and a mask and hood on and robbed his store. While I was in there, he made us all lay on the ground or floor, and it seemed like a movie at first, but because of my extensive training in the military and the martial arts, I knew within a few milliseconds that it was real, and we all complied, and I'm still here living to talk about it. All he wanted was the money in that particular instance, but it could have been something different. There are some instances where people who rob individuals or even businesses, they will shoot the person or even take the person's life completely. How do we know? We can't take chances with our lives, ladies and gentlemen. If you're afraid to own a gun, you need to become unafraid. Meet your fear head on, face to face. You would be surprised at what you can do. This is Brother Teacher. Stay safe, you and yours.